To me, home is where I get to take my shoes off and be completely free, completely myself. But this is my space. I feel like it shows my personality, my life, to whomever comes in. I guess in college was my first kind of opportunity to start defining my own description of home. An apartment like this where I'm really happy to call home, it definitely, the one thing that's remained the same is kind of my mental space.
I probably write half the time and read half the time. So, yeah, I figure you have to embrace both, because you can't write all the time because you're not learning that way. Here's one I wrote about, the one I did about the park. I'm kind of want to get it right. I want to start reading this and having the wrong page.
Sometimes I sleep right here. I come lay down and watch the sunset. For me, like, this is comfortable. Like, I like seeing the boats, you know, the planes flying by. And in other places, I sleep at Victory Square. Like, that place was the first place I stayed when I first got here in July, last July. I was scared to sleep on the sidewalk at first. I was scared to either get kicked or someone spit on me, even taking my belongings, all my stuff. Like, I don't have much, but I hadn't been bothered. I've been sleeping out there for like 3 months.
People have certainly defined what home looks like for me. They may not be in my actual home, but they've provided, you know, a safe and comfortable place to be when I'm not here. Or they've provided a sense of belonging that is similar to home. When you come here, there's nobody here that's going to tell you don't belong here, because this is your space. And the nice thing about communities and people is they can kind of provide that same feeling when you're not in your space, which I think is a really important thing to focus on when home isn't exactly how you define it or how you'd like to define it.
My name's Sarah Common. I'm the manager of the Hastings Urban Farm. The philosophy is that we're an open door, that anyone can walk in and they can find a place where they can belong, where they can have a meaningful role, where they can learn skills. People in the middle of all of this, in the middle of their routines that often don't take them further away than the couple of blocks, you know, where their house is, where their shelter is, where they're entrenched. There's this in the middle of that. We can build on that moment of human connection and build on that feeling of, you know, offering dignity and offering hope. And I've been in this community since about 2006. And that is the thing that I've seen change people's lives and take people on new paths, is a development of self-worth that, you know, says to that person that they're worth more, you know, worth hope, worth care, worth advocating for better housing, for better support, whatever it is. I haven't seen those things fall into place without first there being a sense of self-worth. And that's something that we try and build on here and try and offer here.
You know, this flag symbolizes that it's letting the people know that, you know, we haven't given up on you. We stand beside you in solidarity. You know, we're not going anywhere. And we're here today. It's part of an ongoing program we've started about a month or so ago called Culture Saves Lives. We've created this program with, you know, a shoestring budget, and, you know, it's impacted a lot of people already so far.
It is my home. It is my home. I've made it my home because this is the only place in Canada where people accept everybody for who and what they are. So you depend on community to keep you safe. It's community that keeps you alive in the downtown core. It's a sense of community and helping out your brothers and sisters and making this our home because we're all in the same boat. We're all stuck here together, so we might as well make the best of it.
From living outside, it's this is a kingdom. I don't care what anybody says. It's a freaking dump, but it's my dump. You know what I mean?
Art is what gets me through. When, you know, I'm just knuckling down and I'm having a bad day and I can't, you know, focus on anything in my life or nothing's going my way, I can always count on my art to take me to that spot where I can be peaceful and I can chill out and relax and forget about the day-to-day worries. Instead of taking a drug, I have my art and my music. I can go express myself. If I'm not feeling good, I can express that too.
I really threw myself into music. It tells the story of where I've been and everything I've experienced. It's amazing. If you change your attitude and smile, just an act of kindness just changes their perspective on who you are. It softens, you definitely see a softness in their eyes. Some people are so proud. It's so inspiring to see there's such strength in a place that's just full of dread.
I think when you look at the development of the Downtown Eastside, specifically the recent development, there's a lot of pros and cons for either side. I think both have points that are worth hearing, and finding the middle ground is what's going to be important. Home looks like a lot of different things. On the other hand, you've got businesses that are developing and moving into the space, but also trying to, you know, set up some grassroots initiatives.
So there's a way of doing it if you take over and don't consider the neighborhood or, you know, the impacts of what you're going to do. You know, lots of businesses that employ people from the street. They do community consultations and things like that. And, you know, I support ones that do that. So I think it's a really fine balancing act to have, you know, I guess soft gentrification, you know, where people are very aware that, you know, they are newcomers to the area. We don't need to assimilate, but we need to adapt, you know, because we are living in 2015. You know, none of us showed up here in a canoe or a horse. You know, I took the bus. So we do have to realize, you know, where we're at, but, you know, still maintain our identity and who we are and work from there, you know, to be, you know, good neighbors and get along.
As we've worked on this project, I think we've learned that home looks different to a lot of people. It isn't necessarily a rental or a condo or a townhouse. It can be a doorway, an SRO, a sidewalk, and it's no less important. And I think as we continue to grow as a city, it's important to keep an open mind about the fact that home looks different for different people. Home doesn't have to be just how I define it or how you define it. There's other people's definition as well, and it's equally important.
As I'm walking through my community, I'm bannock-slapped with extreme poverty. I still smile. I'm known for it. Along with a legion of homeless friends, I walk endlessly, nowadays broken. Osteoarthritis and severe nerve damage has robbed me of a 22-year career in construction and trades. I'm broken, just a shadow in the anonymity of society. I'm oppressed by the judicial system, the welfare system, and healthcare systems like many here. However, I'm awake, smart, sober, and think with objective perspective, and feel with all my heart. I've learned from those better than me how to cry. I make sure I can invest time and energy where it's required. I'm that volunteer that no one ever really gets to know, you know, like a ghost. Nobody, really. But enough about me. For many, there's not enough food in these lines. We walk away, turned away, hungry, frustrated, scared, and unsure of what's next. This is real for us. I guess it's fingernails and water for supper again tonight. I'm continuously in awe with the positivity in some. The street family, the brotherhood, the pure generosity in some is astounding, despite some of their world being no more than just a couple of things. I respect that so much they share it. I'm honored, humbled, filled with pride. We talk, we spark, we give props and continue on my walk. I end up on Cordova, continue to walk. I enter Oppenheimer Park. She embraces all with humble open arms. Suddenly, I enter into a third world country. the homeless are human too. We are the roses that grow from concrete. We push through, we push on, we brush ourselves off. We adapt through ridiculous odds. And all we need is a place we can call home.